Good morning. I'm Connie Miller, and I'm back here at Connie's Kitchens. Today we are at the Seymour Lake Park. We are at the Parks and Rec office, community room, senior room, kitchen, OCTV studio complex, and I'm very excited. Hopefully Ron's going to wander in at some point and we can talk about the parks. Excuse me. But what I wanted to do is, this is some stuff I've actually done on the show before, but we're heading into summer. And a lot of these people think certain foods have to go away because they don't want to fire up the oven, or they don't want to turn on the broiler, or they don't want to haul out the grill to make appetizers and such. And also because the Parks and Rec kitchen here is a prep and serve kitchen and doesn't have a stove, I bought this, which is a wonderful tabletop griddle, and it goes up to 400 and some degrees. So you can, and I checked it out at home, it's got a warming tray, it's got a drip pan. And so some of the things you want to make, you can do it up quickly, you turn it off, it's cool, super easy to clean, and you can have some of those favorite things. And one of those favorite things, of course anything that involves bacon, but is bacon wrapped dates. Now, when I do these at home, I generally put them in the broiler. You don't want to do that when it's 90 degrees. So I thought, well, I wonder if I can do that on my little griddle thing here. And I can. So I just took a bit of bacon. Do it on that end. Love the sizzle. Let's set some of these aside, use some of the wider pieces. So see how simple this is? The thing I discovered, though, doing it this way, is you do have to turn them more, because of course when they're under the broiler they're getting heat from two directions. So we're going to have to turn them a bit more, and I'm doing full size pieces of bacon. I don't suggest over wrapping. I know some people like to make things like this and they use the entire piece and just keep rolling. It'll never get cooked. It's too much. So I use about just enough to go maybe 1.5 times around, and I'm using full size pitted dates, which are so wonderful. Oh, morning sizzle. So that's the idea here, is that just because we go into the warmer weather, we don't have to give up some of our favorite things. And these are fun too, I would think, if you're having a bunch of people. You start throwing them on, and then turn the tongs over to somebody else. Let them do the flipping and such for you, and they can eat them as they come off. I brought some drizzle. I think I got that turned up a little bit high. I did turn it up high to get it going. See, we're starting to get so, look at that. I smell bacon. Oh, there we go. So I get a few of those going, and then I'm going to do another one of my favorites, which are my grilled cheese sandwiches. And then we're going to grill some fruit and make a little bit of a dessert with some fresh whipped cream. Doesn't that sound good? Hopefully, some of my cohorts from the studio, which is right next door, or from the Parks and Rec office, which is right next door, will wander over at some point, because I'm going to need somebody to eat all this. Unless, of course, Ron shows up, and then it might be a moot point. But I want Ron to come and talk to you about everything that's going on up here at the park and about events that are coming up. I'm going to be doing a cooking class here at the Senior Center. I want to talk to folks. It's kind of my philosophy on cooking anyway, but about, if you find yourself through various circumstances cooking for one, or if you have some health issues and things you need to avoid, and it's like, oh, I'll never have flavor again, or budgetary constraints. I'm going to, teach, because I think most people can cook, certainly if they get to the age that they're a senior, but it's just a different way of looking at food. I know a lot of older folks, my dad was like this. Once it was just him, he lost interest in food. Quick frozen dinner, It doesn't have to be that way. The kitchen can still be a fun place. Food can still be delicious. So watch for your Parks and Rec circular that comes out. They're going to do a new thing this year where the brochure that comes out will run August to April. And my class is going to be on first Tuesday of the month at 4 o'clock, right here. So, and we'll probably be using this. So that'll be fun. And we had a big open house at the studio last week. Very nicely attended. That was a lot of fun. I think I turned it down too far. I did. Okay. And what else do I have going on? Well, the murders are getting closer all the time. I can't wait to officially disclose all of that because I'm so anxious to get back to that, and I've had so many calls. Trust me, I'm working on it. All right, I'm going to set this aside for a minute and do some assembly on some grilled cheese sandwiches. Now, as many of these as I make, I still have not come up with a foolproof way to not end up wearing butter. But there's always hope. And somehow, when I first started making these, I used the Everything Vienna bread. Then that went away, and they had Everything Italian bread. They're back to the Everything Vienna, and I think there's a difference. Could be just me, but I think there's a difference. So, like your traditional grilled cheese, you're gonna butter the outside. Oh, doesn't that sound nice? And this is handy, actually, having it right here on the counter instead of behind me, because I can listen to it, but I can also look at it. So that's pretty cool. And this is where it gets tricky. I've got some provolone. Some of that out. I got some sharp cheddar, which is fighting me. I'm making a mess, which is typical. Nah. And then I brought some jalapeno pepper jelly, which people tell me they absolutely love. Of course, I don't do hot, so I don't know. And the American Spoon Fruits Bartlett Pear Preserves. So we're going to use those in the assembly here. All right, so this is where it gets tricky. If I set these aside, because you got to keep them matched up though, I need to know which goes with which. I'm going to put some cream cheese. This one happens to be garlic and herb. I'm putting this on the inside, of course. I have to admit, one time I was in a hurry and I accidentally cheesed the outside of these. Interesting. I wouldn't recommend it because they cooked really fast and I had some burnage. But where it didn't burn, the cheese got nice and toasty on the outside too. Oh, look at these. They're cooking up so nice and getting nice and brown. I wonder if instead of using individual toothpicks, if I did these on a skewer, then I could turn the whole skewer at once. Something to think about. All right, back to this. Do some cheese. Cheese. And we'll do a mixture on this one. Cheese. Now, all right. I think just so I know what's what. Oh, it smells so good. And it's pretty. It's like transparent, but you can see bits of peppers in there and stuff. Again, it's probably, as I recall, something that Chris got me for Christmas. So I don't necessarily know where it came from. But whenever I've used it, people have really enjoyed it. So I'll do these 3 with the pepper. And hopefully somebody will show up to eat them. Oh, there's my towel. All right, now put the butter back, and I'm still going to end up with butter on my hands because I got to flip the sandwiches to butter the other side. Unless I put them directly on the griddle and butter them there. Ooh, this might be a breakthrough. So we have AC at home, a window unit, but it completely cools the entire lower level of the house. Chris likes to keep it cranked up high. I don't turn it on until I need to. So when it comes to cooking in the summer, that's a real factor. If you have central air, you probably don't give it a second thought. Or if you're not the one standing over a hot grill when it's 90 degrees. So that's why I wanted to try something like this. Look at how beautifully these slide. So that I can continue to not only have the things I like, but to serve the things I like. There we go. Ta-da! No butter on my hands. So they're cooking. Go back here to these. Oh, look at those. Look at those. And I think the thing I really like about cooking them this way is they're not uber crispy all over. Because I find people in bacon, my daughter, for instance, she likes it all floppy and limp. She doesn't like it super crispy. I like it super crispy. My friend Alexis only likes it if it's burnt. These, cooking them this way, each bite you'll get a little of each of those textures. So everybody's happy. And they're almost ready to come off. So I'll put these guys on, let them start toasting up. And then, I should make up a few more bacon dates to get those ready to throw on. So what else has been going on? Well, you saw our last episode, we shot with Pete at the fire station, which was really cool. He said a lot of things I hadn't thought about, and in this day and age, it makes perfect sense. All the firefighters have to be trained on all equipment all the time, because you can't send somebody out that doesn't know all the equipment, because they don't know what they're going to run into. And I was hearkening back to the days of the volunteer fire department where... Oh! You scared me. Yeah, there's food over here.
Look at this. Oh, nice.
This is Alexis and Terry. I am. So these are getting ready to come off.
Bacon wrapped dates.
Bacon wrapped dates. I saw your Mutter promo.
Did you?
Yes.
Did you love it?
Loved it.
I can't wait.
I watched them filming that. She was doing bench presses or something on camera cases. I'm like, what are you doing?
It looked a bit awkward until it all came together.
It did. Who edited that for you?
Our new intern, Diego, did.
Oh,
He did a really
good.
Good job.
Good.
The intern that you found.
Yeah.
I was going to say, the intern that found her. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a smart man.
Yeah, it looked really good.
So what are you putting on the date? Oh, it looks good.
I think it's fig drizzle. Yes, so go ahead, help yourselves, and I'm going to do a flip.
Absolutely.
This is my new griddle.
Here, go ahead, you go ahead.
Okay.
Look at this.
That's beautiful.
Isn't it?
Wow.
These have, whoa.
Russell was asking over there, is Connie putting Connie's touch to the grilled cheese?
Of course.
So what's in it?
This batch is a mix of provolone and sharp cheddar with garlic and herb cream cheese and
So easy.
jalapeno pepper jelly.
Oh, yeah, why not?
Yeah. So you like?
Can't wait for that.
Yeah?
Yes, and it's not even burnt.
Sweet.
It's not even, but I was just talking about you when you walked in, which is why you startled me,
Oh,
because I was
that's
saying
really
how
funny.
some people like it limp and some people like it burned.
Very burnt.
But Alexis is happy. Yeah, she likes it very burned. So I'm going to take these off pretty quick. We'll be back in a minute. We're going to do up some fruit and some topping for a dessert. But look at how pretty these look.
I'm a firefighter.
A teacher.
I'm a farmer. I'm a barber.
A waitress.
A mom.
We're all part of your community.
Every day we move in and out of each other's busy lives.
It's easy to take for granted all the little moments that make up our everyday.
Some are good.
Others not so much.
But that's life. It's when you experience a moment of uncertainty.
Something or someone's behavior that doesn't seem quite right.
These are the moments to take a pause.
Because if something doesn't feel right, it's probably not.
It's not about paranoia
or being afraid.
It's about standing up and protecting our communities.
One detail at a time.
Because a lot of little details can become a pattern.
We
trust our instincts.
Just like you should.
Because only you know what's not supposed to be in your everyday.
So protect your everyday.
If you see something suspicious, say something to local authorities.
We're back. We had a slight delay there where we had a little bit of overdone, but look who showed up.
Hey,
Ron's here.
in the kitchen.
Ron Davis, Parks and Rec.
Yes.
I'm going to cut up a couple of these sandwiches that we made,
Okay.
and then we're going to prep a couple more.
Awesome.
And
Everything's working out in the kitchen?
it is. This is really nice. Kyle
Well,
said
thank
we
you.
should be here always.
Well, we love having you here, especially when
Yes.
you're cooking.
Well, good.
Yeah.
I got to get these ready because Russell is waiting over at the studio.
Well,
Alexis is crawling around on the floor. I'm not sure why. Terry's
Yeah,
laughing.
the kitchen
off
is
in the
bigger than
distance.
that. I mean, it's not a small kitchen.
No, it's not.
You don't have to go outside to change your mind in here.
No.
It's pretty large.
Which is just as well.
Maybe the menu, but not your mind.
Here, Terry, I'll slide these
Look
over.
at that. Just like the old Sweden house.
I know, look at it.
Remember the Sweden house?
I do, but I don't get the comparison.
Well, I mean, it's just got everything. It's not the everyday
All right,
food that you
there's-
see. Bacon wrapped
Wait a minute.
dates.
There's the charred one. Alexis likes hers charred. And there's the charred sandwich.
Beautiful.
And then I'm gonna throw some more on. Oops, I gotta cut it. So start talking while I'm doing this. Start talking about Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec, we're really, really busy gearing up for we have our Dream Developers or Seymour Celebration Golf Outing a week from this Friday, so that's the 21st. We use that as a fundraiser to support the Seymour Celebration fireworks and things. And also, it's turned into a community event. A lot of our community leaders come out and play and just participate and get to network, so that's a good time.
I won't be there because I don't golf.
Yeah, I don't golf neither. I used to. And then we have our big Seymour celebration, June 27, 28, and 9. Yeah, with the fireworks and live entertainment and the carnival. So that's always
That's always a good time.
that's always something tough to get.
You know
rid
what's
of.
something
We
I don't
enjoy that.
I don't know if I've told you, but something I've heard over the years.
Yeah.
Parents aren't afraid to come here with their kids.
No, it's a safe atmosphere.
Yeah. You guys are so visible. Excuse my reach.
Yes, absolutely.
And so they don't let their kids run wild, but it's
No.
not like a lot of street fairs and such where they really have to worry about
Yeah,
where
and
their
I think
kids are and
that
what they're
speaks
doing.
volume of our community.
Oh, I do too.
It's a reflection of our community. Everybody looking out for everybody's kids. So it does. It turned out great.
How many years is it now, Ron?
This is the 12th year.
12.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking 12 years ago. It's at the age of, I don't know, whatever I
You're
was.
48 now.
I'm
So.
55, so yeah.
A lot of energy then.
I did have a lot of energy, but no, it is a great program. It's well received by the community. You know, the 2 nights of fireworks this year, the Saturday night fireworks are always the biggest, so the commission felt it was necessary to match Friday nights, or Saturday nights fireworks on Friday nights. So both nights will have close to half-hour shows, like 850 shells.
Wow.
So, yeah, we're pretty excited about that. So we got that coming. Then, of course, August 6th, we have a very important ballot question on the ballot. Operating millage renewal pretty much is what we live on here. You know, it's if it doesn't pass, you pretty much don't have a Parks and Rec. So we have enough funds.
And that's just going to restore you. That's
Yeah.
not like you're asking for
no,
extra.
No. Currently, our millage rate is 0.84. But when I started here in '95, they had just passed a 1 mil, and we've always tried to work inside that 1 mil. But back then, we only had 2 parks and 2 full-time people. Now we have 7 full-time people, 4 parks, over 500 acres of parkland. And when I started here in '95, the brochure consisted of 1 page of what was the schools then. The schools used to do the adult ed, so that would have been the yoga and the tai chi and the ballet and cooking, anything. And we had maybe softball, girls softball, and they used to do a road race here, a running race, and that was pretty much it. So if you think about what we've added in programs and in facilities, and haven't asked for an increase to get back to that 1 mil in those almost 25 years, something's got to give. So I think last year everybody got it confused with the bond.
Right.
Yeah, we did have the support of the community to do a $2 million capital bond improvement, which we've done a lot of things. Tennis courts, sled hill, skating rink, redid Stony completely, docks, boardwalks. We've got some playgrounds still yet to do, but a lot of that stuff we did under budget. We
Well,
saved
and
a
you
lot of money.
tied a lot of your projects together.
We did.
Like finishing this building and our building and the parking lots, so it's not all separate.
Right.
So
right.
that saves money.
So we tried to be responsible and resourceful with our funds, tried to cut corners where we could.
But not in quality.
Not quality. We're proud to say that we beat up some people, not physically, but financially to get the best deal we could. So that's why we were able to asphalt this parking lot out here. That wasn't necessarily funded in the bond, but we saved so much money we could do that. So that was a huge savings.
And we appreciate it.
Well, I'm sure you do. So
It's
of the
not,
voters.
It's not like
in
walking
August.
across the surface of the moon anymore.
Yeah. So August 6th is a very important
Yeah,
day
talk
for
about that.
for
I'm
the
going to turn the
department.
mixer on for a minute to talk louder.
It's essential for the department to continue. I told people if it doesn't pass, I won't be programming Seymour Celebration in 2020 because I can't put out the money that I don't. The only way we generate money for Seymour Celebration is the carnival. So if we schedule $30,000 of fireworks and bands and porta-johns and parking and sheriff department, and we get 3 days of rain, we're still stuck with those expenses. Yeah, so I can't roll that dice. So I hate to say this could be the last year, but technically it could be the last year unless we get the support. So we still owe the township like $100 and some thousand on the property that we bought. So we do still have some outstanding liabilities that we would have to pay should it not pass.
Now, how do you pay that bond back, or do you have to pay the bond back?
The bond's back. The bond is paid back to the approval of the voters 3 years ago.
Got it.
It was a 0.25, I believe it was 0.20 over 10 years. So that's how that's paid back. So the voters paid for that. So I've been fortunate to be here for as long as I have. It's because of the community. They've done so much for not only me.
Ron, you wore us down.
Well, for Michelle and I and the family, it's just been a great community to work in and live in. I've had numerous opportunities to leave, and this is, it's not about the money. It's
Why
about,
would you want to? Right?
yeah, it's about happiness is where your heart's at. We just love it here. So, and Seymour Celebration is just another example of that event.
And Ron, you have a reputation for building a great Parks and Recs community and great parks in our community. Not just here in this community, but throughout the state.
Yeah,
I mean, people talk about Oxford Parks and Recs all over.
They do. We're pretty fortunate because, I think a lot of our residents assume this is how it is everywhere, but it's not. No. And if you get out of our township and maybe go to another township park or a city park or even state, our little department here, I'd put it against any department in the state of Michigan. What we have for funding, what we've done creatively through grants, donations, sponsorships, what our facilities look like with the small maintenance department that we have. I would compare our department to anybody in the state of Michigan.
And the fact that you don't have any turnover, really.
That speaks for itself.
Yep.
Yeah. Lauren and Dan have been here like 15.
Oh my gosh.
Jeff's been here 16 or 17 years. It's a team, and Dawn's been here 5 or 6. It's that family atmosphere. We have a lot of fun. I mean, you guys have come in, we're in there joking around and kidding around.
Oh, yeah.
But I've worked for administrators who wear a tie, straight-laced, can't have fun.
Yeah.
And my philosophy is if you're at work with your coworkers more than you are at home with your family, let's make it fun. Yeah, because we're all family. So, and that's a good point, Terry. We don't have turnover here. Everybody enjoys it. We're a big family. I think it is reflective in our work ethic.
Yeah, it's just
It's
as
not a
dysfunctional
job.
as anyone else's.
Yeah.
If you have a passion for what you're doing, it's not a job.
Yeah.
And that's reflected in what we're seeing.
Yep, you're right. If you have a passion for what you do, I don't care if it's cooking or Parks and Rec or
That's what I'm
whatever. So long as you have a passion for what you do, it shows in
Quick
the
break
outcome.
here. I just put some more sandwiches on. These have the Bartlett pear and cheddar. And then I'm grilling up some fruit. These are strawberries, peaches, and nectarines. And I'm just going to get a little crisp on them. They'll soften up some. I took the dessert shells and browned them in the bacon fat. And then when I'm done, I won't do it now because it's hard to do on camera. I've got some whipped cream going and just make a quick little dessert bite too. So
Sounds
that's
great.
what I'm working on, which is kind of boring, which is why I'm glad they're here. So go
Smells
ahead.
better than you would possibly imagine in here right now. It smells really good.
Well, you start with bacon.
Well, you can't go wrong with
Can't
bacon.
go
You just
wrong.
can't go wrong with
Can't
bacon.
go wrong.
Yeah. So that's kind of a nutshell what we're doing.
When are the winter facilities going to be ready? Is that for this year?
Yeah, hopefully we'll
We
have
had the
our...
sledding hill open last year.
Yeah, the new one that they made, they donated, Sarah Dan did,
Right.
in memory of our son, Seth, who passed away. They donated that last year. We really didn't have it open because it wasn't fully grass seeded. And we didn't have our concession stand / warming center back there yet. Now,
Right.
we do have the ice skating rink pad poured. This year, we'll have the concession stand, warming center. We'll be able to flood that because we'll have the heat resource. That was our goal last year, is to build that, but we didn't because we were finishing your guys' building
Which we are very appreciative
and the
of.
lovely senior center. So we had to push those two back, but we're going to use the same traits that we've used on everything, all local boys, and we're really excited about that. I mean, the guys that have done our plumbing, electrical, heating, cooling, everybody's local, and we just love it.
Oh,
you guys have seen them.
Every time I come out here, it's like, hey, I know you.
Yeah, it's just it's the old barn building days kind of.
Yeah,
So
it is,
they take extra pride in it. They come out here a lot of time on their own time, after hours, after they worked all day to get something done for us. So
Well, I came
We're
out
truly
here
blessed.
last year, I think, and you and I talked, and I took a tour around the park with Jeff, and he scared the stuff out of me.
yeah,
But a lot of the things that are done now were in the planning stages then. We were a vacant lot,
Yeah.
you know, and it's exciting to see these things coming to fruition that way.
Yeah, because we didn't start yours. We were planning on starting your building like in August to have you in January. We didn't start till October. So to really make that happen, and I've really gained a sense of appreciation about the trades and how these guys all work collectively together. So that's why the concession stand / picnic shelter / resting warming area got pushed back last year.
Yeah,
but
well,
we'll be ready this year.
We appreciate it. I mean, even though I was a month behind everyone else coming up here, that had nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
I was in Siberia, and I only visited here occasionally, but I'm here now, so.
Well, that's what we need this winter, some good cold weather. So maybe last year wouldn't have been a good year because it really wasn't that cold.
It was cold in the studio.
Yeah.
Or
but it wasn't cold enough to
Siberia.
build ice out there.
Yeah, in Pole Barn.
So maybe we'll have a winter like we did 2 years ago where we can have ice.
See, it's
So-
like I really want to say, yeah, that's a great idea, but I really don't think that's a great idea.
What, the coldness?
The coldness.
Yeah, I know, I'm getting too old for that too. Yeah, I didn't think I ever would be, but I am. But it's good to see people coming out using our parks year round now. Cross-country skiing out here, ice skating. People do some ice fishing out at Oakwood. Trails, you know, they use the trails in the winter. Believe it or not, you'll have people out here playing disc golf in the winter. So it seems like the sun's out there out here playing disc golf. So, and we'll have year-round activities here in our new senior center. Should be a lot. Just like Mama used to make.
Your mama grilled strawberries?
I don't think she did, but
It smells like strawberry jam.
Yeah.
it smells really good.
Yeah.
Yes. So,
Cool.
but that's it in a nutshell. Yeah. So we're always looking for new programs.
And I was explaining earlier before you got here, I'm going to be doing that this fall. Well, that one got a little charred. You probably want that one, Alexis. And that one too. I wasn't paying close enough attention. All right, so all I'm going to do is dice this up, put it on the little dessert shells, add some whipped cream, and we have a little dessert bite to go with our sandwich bite, to go with our bacon bites.
Beautiful.
I turn this off, it's cool, I wipe it down, I'm done. And I didn't heat up the kitchen,
No.
and I didn't have to pull out the grill, and I don't have to clean the stove. So there you go. How are we on time? Okay, well, we need to wrap it up. So you guys, thanks for coming over. I'll get some
Love
more
it.
food together and we'll send it over. Thank you for being here.
First time of many, I'm hoping.
I hope so,
Let's
yeah.
do some outside
Ron just
barbecue.
said he would get me a grill for up here.
We're going to. The Parks and Rec, we're going to be buying a grill. Absolutely.
No, that would be great to have.
Yep.
Dogs,
Oh,
every
T-bones.
Wednesday afternoon, T-bones.
Yeah, I think it's big time.
Oh, yeah.
Parks and Rec.
And we've done shows on the grill, and there's a lot of more stuff people can do on the grill that they don't realize. And when we start heading into the hot weather, something like this, or even your grill outside, especially
Yeah.
if it's shaded area to do it. So until we meet again, this was episode number 69. Episode 70, I don't know where we're going to be, but Chris will be with me because he comes back every 10th episode, and we'll figure that out. Maybe we'll be here with our new grill.
Could be. Let's do it.
So until then, remember the promise, be kind to one another. Enjoy time in the kitchen with your friends. Thank you all. And that guy over there. And we'll see you soon. So, you want to...
You know what?
Abigail Adams here, just checking up on our springtime goat work on the Pollyant Trail. What's that? Trash on our beautiful trail? Oh, that makes me so happy. We've got so many trash cans all over the trail. It's a beautiful day on the trail, but oh no, this could end badly. Wow, that sure was nice. Folks know not to hog the road. Even goats share. Hey, that gets my goat. Where are you going? Even I have to be out here on a leash. You sure are a nice dog, but stay away from those weeds. I'm gonna eat them later. What a beautiful gift, our Pollyant Trail. I've got to hit the trail. I hope you will too.
I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
Dude, are you okay?
I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this and I will take that ride home.